Hello friends, welcome back to the fourth part of the topic work, power and energy. And in my previous lecture we understood what is force displacement diagram, and in this fourth lecture we are going to understand what is work done in compressing and stretching a spring. So basically we are going to calculate how much work is to be done on a spring in order to compress or stretch it. So here I have shown two examples where this spring is in compression and this spring is in tension. So here initially, considering this figure, here there is no force applied on the spring. It means there is no compression force. So initial force is F is equal to 0. Zero force is there. But applying some force F, it will compress the spring. The spring will be compressed to some change in length, that is delta L. This much is the change in length, or we can say displacement of the spring. Similarly, this spring is in tension. So here initially zero force is applied, but when we apply this tensile force in downward direction, it will make some change in the length this time also. And here the force applied is suppose F. So depending on this figure we will we are going to calculate how much work actually is done in order to compress or stretch the spring. So from my previous lecture we already have formula to calculate the work done, that is work done is force into deflection. But here what we'll be using is average force into deflection, because you see here we are calculating average force because our force was variable. Initially it was 0, then it was F. Here also it was 0, then it was F. So we need to take out average of the both the conditions. So here I am using the terminology average force into deflection. Average force is 0 plus F divided by 2. It becomes average of both the position. So it is F by 2. Average force is F by 2 and deflection is this much, delta L. So F by 2 into delta L. So this much we have derived up till now. F by 2 into delta L. But what is the formula to find this F? That will be calculating from the formula of stiffness. We are having the formula of stiffness as force upon deflection. This is the formula to find stiffness, or we can even say that stiffness is equal to action per unit displacement. So stiffness is denoted by or abbreviated by capital K, that will be equal to F upon delta L. Making F as subject, F will be equal to K into delta L, that is stiffness into change in length. So that is what I have abbreviated over here. I put F is equal to K into delta L. So F K into delta L divided by 2. So half into K into delta L square. This is actually the work done to compress or stretch a spring. So we have derived this theoretically. Let me remove this unnecessary things again. So this is the formula what we have just derived, equation 1. But we can even derive this graphically, that is by using force displacement diagram, what we just studied in third lecture. That is we can calculate the work done based on the area of the force displacement graphically. So here, as our force is variable from 0 to F, so it is starting from 0 going towards F. This is our F. So this much is value of F on y-axis, and displacement is shown on x-axis as shown in the force displacement diagram. So here again due to variable force condition, our triangle is formed, and we will calculate the area of this triangle in order to find the work done. We know that area of the triangle will be equal to the work done according to force displacement diagram. So how can we find the area? Is half into base into altitude, as simple as that. So work done is equal to area of triangle OAB. Area of triangle OAB, that is half into base into altitude, half into base, that is delta L, half into base delta L into altitude is F. So again the same condition arises, half into delta L into F, this formula. Replacing this F with this formula again, K into delta L, so half into delta L into K into delta L. So again this formula we are getting half into K into delta L square. So hence we have proved that theoretically and graphically both the values are same, or we could say analytically and graphically both the values of the work done for stretching and compressing the spring are same. This is half into K into delta L square. Here also it is half into K into delta L square. And we need to remember this formula in order to solve the numericals, because each and every time we are not going to derive this. So friends, this is all for today. Thank you for watching and wait for the fifth part of the topic, work, power and energy.